A deer freezes. It heard a twig snap. That is all. It has not seen anything. It has not smelled anything close enough to matter. But every system in that animal just switched on at once. And here's the part that should bother you. That reaction was not aimed at a lion. It was not aimed at a wolf or a bear or anything with claws or armor or speed. It was aimed at you, at the shape you make when you walk, at the sound your voice makes when you talk. Scientists tested this directly. They hid speakers in the wild and played sounds through them. Lion roars, leopard calls, dog sounds, and then ordinary human conversation. Two people talking, nothing aggressive. The animals ran faster from the human voices than from the lions. They stayed away longer. They avoided the area more completely. The scariest sound in that experiment was not a roar. It was a normal human voice. And similar results have shown up in different places with different animals, which means the animal is not only reacting to what humans are doing, it is reacting to what humans have meant for a very long time. Which raises an obvious question. Why does the sound of a human voice do that? Because on paper, we should not be frightening at all. No claws. Teeth that were not built to kill the way a wolf's teeth were. Skin that tears easily. We cannot outrun most things we would want to catch. We see poorly in the dark. No armor. No venom. Nothing on our bodies that would make another animal physically hesitate. Stand a human next to a bear, a wolf, a large cat, a buffalo. The human is the wrong answer in every category. And yet the deer ran. The wolf backs off. The crow leaves the branch before you even look at it. Even animals that have adapted to live near roads and buildings and constant noise often still treat a nearby human as something different. Something requiring a different kind of distance. The physical body does not explain that. So what does? The answer starts with a stone. Most animals that hunt must close the gap. The danger is always attached to a body. A lion has to reach you. A wolf has to reach you. Every prey animal on Earth operates with some version of that rule built into its nervous system. There is a threshold. Cross it and you are in danger. Stay beyond it and you survive. Humans removed that threshold. Somewhere in our evolutionary past, before metal, before agriculture, before anything recognizable as civilization, humans learned to throw with accuracy and real force. Not casually. With the kind of precision that only comes from generations of survival pressure, favoring the ones who could do it consistently. A stone released from a human hand crosses space in a fraction of a second. It reaches the distance that was supposed to be safe. To every other creature, danger had always had a body and a range you could learn to calculate. With a thrown stone, the threat arrived before the body did. An animal that charged still got hit. An animal that fled still got hit. An animal that froze still got hit. The rules that had kept its species alive for millions of years did not apply to this. But that was only the first warning sign. Most predators give up. A lion that misses turns back. A wolf pack that loses the trail pulls away. Escape ends the encounter. That was the rule. Humans broke it. Not with speed. With attention. A displaced stone. A bent stem. A print pressed into soft ground from hours before. The direction of disturbed grass. Humans could read a landscape like a document and hold a direction across terrain they had never seen. They could rest and return the next morning. They could share what they found and spread out across multiple routes. An animal that escaped a human was not always safe. The human might not be behind it, but the human might still be coming. That is a different kind of threat. Not the fear of being chased, the fear of being followed. And there was still more to come. Then fire appeared in the dark, and the logic of night broke. For most of the animal world, darkness had always been protection. You moved at night, you hunted at night. Darkness meant the daylight animals were out of the picture. Humans lit fires that held position through the night, visible across long distances, surrounding those inside with light that did not sleep and did not go out. The humans inside could no longer be approached the way other animals could be approached after dark. And alongside the fire, the dogs. Humans and dogs came together through a long process and produced something neither had alone. Dogs could smell what humans could not smell. Hear what humans could not hear. Run down what humans could not outrun. A human group with fire and dogs was no longer a collection of slow, soft, poorly sighted animals. It was a system. It detected in every direction. It held the night. It tracked, communicated, and covered ground as a single coordinated unit. Nothing in the animal world had a clean answer to that, because nothing like it had existed before. But here is the deeper question. The animals alive today did not personally experience ancient hunters with stones and fires and tracking dogs. Most of them have never been directly hunted by a human at all. So why does the response still run so deep? Why does an ordinary voice through a hidden speaker frighten them more than a lion? The answer is not memory. It is something older and more reliable than memory. The animals that did not treat human presence as a serious signal suffered the consequences. Not always, not every time, but consistently enough, across enough generations, that the populations alive today are disproportionately descended from the ones who responded with caution. Natural selection does not require understanding. It only requires that one behavior produces better outcomes than another, repeated over enough time. Caution around humans kept working when other responses did not. Some of that wariness can be learned, but the deeper pattern is older. It is inherited, the residue of a filter that has been running for a very long time. And the filter is still running, because what animals encounter today is not an ancient hunter with a stone and a fire. It is a species that has been rewriting the environment itself. Roads cutting through territories, fences across land that never had edges, artificial light erasing the darkness, entire ecosystems were built around, machines reshaping ground faster than any natural force, habitats that took centuries to form, gone in a single season. A deer is not just avoiding a person anymore, it is trying to survive inside the footprint of a species. Near humans, the landscape itself becomes part of the warning signal. The human is not just something that might attack. The human is the reason the territory looks different than it did before. The water moves, the food shifts, the reliable routes stop being reliable. To many animals today, humans are no longer simply a threat to be avoided when encountered. We have become a condition of the environment. And so we come back to the beginning, to the deer, to the voice, to the twig. The animal does not understand us. It does not need to. It does not need to know what a human mind can plan, or what human hands can build, or what a human group can do across generations. It only needs to be descended from animals that responded correctly the last time a human arrived. What looks like fear of the human body is something more specific than that. It is a response to a pattern that includes thrown stones, persistent tracking, fire that holds the night, dogs that extend every human sense, groups that coordinate across distance, and the slow transformation of every landscape we have ever entered. The body is not the threat, it is the signal, the first sign that the pattern is about to follow. A wolf does not know what a road is, it does not understand a fence or a trap, but somewhere in its nervous system, shaped not by its own life, but by every ancestor that survived the same pressure, there is a response to a particular shape. Upright, quiet, slow, carrying nothing obvious, and yet the wolf moves away, not because it understands what a human is, because it inherited the accumulated result of what tends to happen after one arrives. Somewhere behind you, a twig snaps under a human foot, and the forest goes still. Now you know why.